Very good morning to you all once again. We are in unit number 4. We are discussing the crystal structures. As per our assigned syllabus, we are having 3 different types of crystal structures, namely simple cubic crystal structure, a body-centered cubic crystal structure, and a face-centered cubic crystal structure. So in the previous class, we discussed about the simple cubic crystal structure. So to evaluate these 3 types of these crystal structure, we are going to consider some of the important parameters. So the parameters are number of atoms per unit cell, atomic radius, coordination number, and atomic packing factor. So with the help of these 4 parameters, we are going to evaluate the crystal structure. That is, we are going to observe how much of atoms are occupied by the crystal structure and how much of atoms are empty, vacant in the crystal structure. So these we are going to study here from unit number 4. So these 3 questions are considered as an important question from this unit. So let's see the second crystal structure, BCC crystal structure. So before going to the crystal structure, first we have to know these 4 parameters. So we are to be familiar with these 4 parameters. If you know these 4 parameters, then with this help of this parameter, you can conclude the conditions. So the first parameter is number of atoms per unit cell. Total number of atoms present in or shared by the unit cell. So from this first parameter, we are going to observe the types of atom. So how many types of atom are going to be present in the crystal structure? As I already informed, we are having 2 types of the crystal structures. One is a primitive and another one is non-primitive. Primitive means material or a medium or a solid or a crystal contains only one type of atom. So if the medium consisting of only one type of atom, then such type of medium are called as primitive medium. So we know that a simple cubic crystal structure comes under the primitive medium because we considered only a single type of atom, that too corner atom. So there is no any additional atom other than this corner atom. So that we have to know first. The total number of atom present in or shared by the unit cell. So if we are going to consider the corner atom alone, we have to know that how this corner atom is going to be contributed. How this corner atom is going to be shared with the other unit cell. So that we have to find. So it's called as a sharing. Therefore, the total number of atoms per unit cell is defined as the number of atoms present in or shared by the unit cell. The second parameter is atomic radius. Half of the distance between any 2 nearest neighboring atoms which have direct contact with each other. So for a simple cubic crystal structure, we considered 2 corner atoms. For example, A and B that we have seen. So these 2 corner atoms have a direct contact with each other. So from the 2 corner atoms, we are considered half of the distance. So half of the distance is nothing but R, it's became 2R. The side of the crystal is A. the edge of the crystal is A. So A is equal to 2R. From this R becomes A by 2. That we measured as an atomic radius. Half of the distance between any two nearest neighboring atoms which have a direct contact with each other. So whatever the atoms you are going to consider, that atom should have a contact with each others. Then only we can able to measure the atomic radius. Third parameter is coordination number. Number of nearest neighboring atom to a particular atom. As I already informed in simple cubic crystal structure, we are going to consider a corner atom as a reference atom. So for that reference atom, we have to find the nearest neighbors. So how much of atoms are located nearby the particular atom, reference atom? That's use a conclusion for the coordination number. If we know these three parameters, number of atoms per unit cell, atomic radius, coordination number, so then we can go for atomic packing factor. So this atomic packing factor, packing density or density of packing gives the conclusion for the considered crystal structure. So it is defined as the total number of atoms per unit cell into volume of one atom whole divided by total volume of the unit cell. So here we are considering a definition as well as we are considering a formula. So with the help of this formula only, we are measuring the atomic packing factor. So how much of an atom is going to be occupied in the crystal structure and how much of atoms are not occupied in the crystal structure, vacant sites, how much is there. So that is concluded only after considering this atomic packing factor. So let's start our today's class. Today's concept is BCC crystal structure. So we are going to consider body-centered cubic crystal structure. Am I audible? Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Body-centered cubic crystal structure. So here in BCC crystal structure, the unit cell consisting of two types of atom. See, you have to compare this BCC structure with the SC structure. So you should not write the comparison, but you have to think about it. So in SC crystal structure, the medium is a primitive one. Primitive means it contains only a single type of atom that we know that corner atom. But for a BCC and for a FCC, in addition to the corner atom, we are going to have another one atom. That atom here, it's considered as body-centered atom. So that's why we are starting the parameter. We are starting the theory like this. In BCC crystal structure, the unit cell consisting of two types of atoms, namely corner atoms and body-centered atoms. So we know the medium is in a cubical medium. So for a cubical medium, we are having 8 corners. So each corner occupied one corner atom. Therefore, the total number of corner atom here in this cubical structure is 8. So in addition to these 8 corner atom, we are having one body atom. That body atom is located at the center of the cube. The body atom is located at the center of the cube. See, we have to imagine like this. I have taken a glass cube. I have taken a glass cube, just like in a fish tank. Let's imagine that you have considered a fish tank, that a fish tank size is just like in a cube. See, if you closed the total fish tank, then we can able to see that the 8 corners. So that 8 corner having an 8 corner atom. If you are going to take a big ball, you are going to take a big ball and you are going to place that big ball inside this tank, inside this cubical medium. So that big ball is going to act as a body centered atom. So we are going to have a single body centered atom, and we are going to have 8 corner atoms. So that only we have just shown here in this structure. The first figure is the exact crystal figure. The second figure is the simplest form of the figure. See here, we are having a corner atoms, and in addition to this corner atom, I have placed one body centered atom. So this is a body centered atom. So that body centered atom is located at the center of the cube. So when this body centered atom is located at the center of the cube, means this body centered atom cannot share it with the other unit cells because it's located at the center. That's why I have given that example. A cubical glass box. Inside the cubical glass box, we are going to drop a big ball. If you are going to see the contribution of that ball, means that ball should not contact with the other unit cell because it's located at exactly at the center of the medium. So that ball, it's contributed only to that own unit cell. That is the contribution of the body centered atom, it's only with the corner atoms. So this is the theory. With this theory, we have to go for the parameters. See, in BCC crystal structure, we are having 2 types of the atoms. One is corner atom, another one is body centered atom. So there are 8 corner atoms in the cubical crystal structure. And in addition to the 8 corner atom, we are having one body centered atom. So this is the theory. Now the calculation part. To evaluate the crystal structure, let us consider some important parameters, namely, the first parameter is the number of atoms per unit cell. So it is defined as number of atoms present in or shared by the unit cell. So we have to measure the availability and also we have to measure its contribution. Then only we can just give the total result for number of atoms per unit cell. In BCC crystal structure, we know that a unit cell consisting of 2 types of atom, corner atom. First, I have considered the corner atom. Medium is cubical medium. So for a cubical medium, for corner atom, we know the result. We are having 8 corners. If you consider one corner atom, that corner atom is contributed with the 8 adjacent unit cell. Therefore, the total number of atom is 1 atom. We know the calculation. N is equal to 8. 8 is the corner atoms. We are totally having 8 corner atoms. If you consider one corner atom, that single corner atom is contributed with the 8 adjacent unit cell. Therefore, we are writing for the total corner atoms. That is N is equal to 8 into 1 by 8. N is equal to 1 atom. So I have measured the first value. Corner atom value I have measured. N is equal to 1. Then I am going to measure the second value, that is the number of body centered atom per unit cell. See, in BCC structure, in addition to the corner atom, there is another one atom which present at the center of the unit cell, as we already informed this one. So this atom does not share it with other unit cells. As I informed that, we have to consider that the body atom is placed inside a cubical box. So that body atom is shared with its own unit cell alone. So that own unit cell alone, that own unit contains only the corner atom. So the body atom is contributes only through the corner atom. We know that we are having one body atom. that body atom is contributes to its particular unit alone. So the unit is 1 by 1. So we should not write that 1 by 8. So we are just studying the contribution. If we are going to consider one atom from the unit, means that particular atom from that unit, it's going to contribute with the other unit cells. So here the body atom is not going to share with the other unit cell, but the body atom is shared with its own unit cell. That's why we have to write that n is equal to 1 into 1 by 1. Then we get a n is equal to 1 atom. So the number of corner atoms per unit cell is also 1. We know that the body centered also is also 1. Then you have to go for the total. See, I have taken the corner atom consideration figure also, in addition to the body centered. So therefore, the total number of BCC structure is the combination of both corner atom and the body centered atom. So the first parameter is number of atoms per unit cell. In BCC structure, the number of atoms per unit cell is due to two parameters. One is corner atom and the second one is the body centered atom. For corner atom, we know the calculation that I have mentioned here. N is equal to 8 into 1 by 8. Therefore, N is equal to 1. For a body centered atom, N is equal to 1 into 1 by 1. Therefore, N is equal to 1 atom. The total number of atom for BCC structure, N is equal to 1 plus 1. So this 1 plus 1 is nothing but 1 from the corner and another one from the body centered. So we are having 2 atoms. Therefore, we can conclude that thus the number of atoms per unit cell for BCC is 2 atoms. So this is the first parameter. This will be the first parameter. So the second parameter is a coordination number. So we know the coordination number. Number of a nearest neighboring atom to the particular atom or with respect to any atom in the lattice. So for BCC crystal structure, we know we are having two types of an atom, corner atom and the body atom. So to find the coordination number, here we are going to consider this body centered atom as the reference atom. If you consider this body centered atom as the reference atom, then the nearest neighbor for these reference X atom is only the corner atoms. So we know the value. So there are 8 corners. Each corner occupies 1 corner atom. If you considering the body centered atom as the reference atom, so this body centered atom is shared only with its own unit cell. So here we can write that 8 into 1 by 1. That is 8. So the number is 8. For this body centered atom, the nearest neighbors are only the corner atom. So we are having 8 corners. So 8 corner atoms. We can write that the coordination number is equal to 8. So this will be the second parameter. This will be the second parameter. If you have any doubt from these 2 parameters, you can ask your doubt now. Otherwise, I can continue. Any doubt? Number of atoms per unit cell and the coordination number. If you have any doubt, am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubt? So I think no doubt. No one is listening, I think.
Sir.
Yeah, so shall I proceed? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is that lattice in the lattice?
Lattice is nothing but points. So yeah, lattice actually in crystal physics, to represent an to represent atom, we use this word lattice. Lattice mean an atom. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So the third parameter is an atomic radius. See here, the atomic radius structure is quite different when you compare with the simple cubic structure. So in simple cubic structure, we are having only corner atoms. So that corner atoms are having the direct contacts with each other. But when you consider BCC or when you consider FCC, body centered and face centered. So in the body centered and face centered, the corner atoms do not touch us with each other directly. The corner atom are a touch along the body diagonal. The corner atom touch along the body diagonal. So this is a difference. The corner atoms are touches directly with each other only in simple cubic structure. But in BCC and in FCC, the corner atom does not touch directly with each other, but the corner atom touches along the body diagonal. Body diagonal means a body atom. So that's why I have just taken these two figures to explain the atomic radius. The first figure is the general structure. So how we are going to measure this atomic radius? To measure the atomic radius, I have given the parameters here. I have taken atom A. So this atom A is a corner atom. And I have considered the body-centered atom. That body-centered atom is shown here in the yellow color. Then I have considered another one corner atom that I have shown here in position D. And also I have taken another one just a corner atom that I have shown in the position C. See here, we have just considered initially the triangle ACD. We have considered a triangle ACD. So here these corner atoms are interconnected to the body atom. We are not shown here the three-dimensional structure. If you view this BCC in a three-dimensional structure, then we can able to know how this atomic radius is measured. But here we are just not showing that a three-dimensional structure. In simple way only, we are given the construction just to know how this atomic radius is measured and what are the atoms are considered to measure the atomic radius. So that only I have mentioned A, D, C and B. So we have taken A corner atom, D corner atom, C corner atom and B corner atom. So these corner atoms are interconnected with this body-centered atom. We know the condition for the atomic radius. Half of the distance between two neighboring atoms which have a direct contact with each other. So to measure the atomic radius, the structure is shown here. So if you have any doubt from this structure, you can ask it. Otherwise, you can go further. So A atom, C atom, D atom. So it's just connected with the body-centered atom. And also we are having another one atom, B atom. So these B atom also connected with this body-centered atom, but we have not shown here. If I just shown that connection, you people get confused. So that's why we are not showing that. In simple way, we are giving the construction to measure the atomic radius. So let's see what is happening here in the theory. See, in the BCC, the corner atoms touch only along the body diagonal. That's I have mentioned. The corner atom touch only along the body diagonal. The corner atom does not just contact with each other. They have the contact only through the body diagonal. So from the geometry, from triangle ACD. So first we are going to consider this triangle ACD. So from these, we are going to write that AD square is equal to AC square plus CD square. See, AD is the AD and body atom. So we are considering the half of the distance. So from A half R, from D half R. So 2R. Here the body atom is completely 2R. So the total radius here for the position A and D is 4R. 4R. So here we are going to write that 4R. Instead of AD, we are going to write that 4R the whole square. 4R the whole square. Then we know AC, the side is A. AC, the side is A. So we are going to write that AC is equal to A square. See here, we are going to measure this position CD the whole square. So the CD whole square is measured from the triangle CBD. CBD. So here the CD the whole square is equal to BC the whole square plus BD the whole square. So what becomes CD the whole square is equal to BC the whole square is A square. BD the whole square is also another one A square. So totally we are going to write like this. AD the whole square is equal to AC the whole square plus, instead of CD, we are writing the condition BC the whole square plus BD the whole square. Then we have to substitute the values here. AD is equal to 4R. So 4R the whole square equal to AC is A. So A square. BC is A square. And BD is A. So this A is nothing but on the side of the cube. The value is a constant A. So 4R the whole square is equal to A square plus A square plus A square. 4R the whole square is equal to 3A square. So our ultimate aim to find the atomic radius. The atomic radius is R. So what we are doing here, we are removing the square on both the sides. When we remove the square on both the sides, so the left side LHS becomes 4R equal to A square becomes A. So these 3 becomes root 3. So 4R is equal to A root 3. From this, we are showing that the atomic radius R is equal to A root 3 by 4. A root 3 by 4. So this is the third parameter. Atomic radius R is equal to A root 3 by 4. So we just measured 3 parameters. Can anyone say that? So what is the coordination number for BCC structure? What is the coordination number for BCC structure?
8.
8. Very good. How we are getting this 8? How we are getting this 8? For this coordination number in BCC, which atom is considered as a reference atom?
Body centered.
Yeah, body-centered atom. So the body-centered atom is a centered atom located at the center of the body. So that atom is shared with its own unit cell. So in addition to the body atom, we are having only 8 corner atoms. That's why we are writing that the coordination number is equal to 8 atom. Can anyone say that what is the number of atoms per unit cell? Students, please come forward. Anyone? Otherwise, I have to choose and I have to ask. Salim. Salim. Salim, can you able to say the number of atoms per unit cell for BCC structure? Any other? Any girl? Maria? Maria, are you there? Asik, Mohammed Asik? Yeah, I request you all to please be attentive.
2, sir.
2, sir.
Yeah, ma. Ishwar, you tell Ishwar.
Yeah, 2, sir.
2. See, this
Yes, sir.
this only I am asking you people. You are not going to explain. I am not asking you to give the explanation for the number of atoms per unit cell. Just I am asking the parameter. You people are just hesitated to give this result means what? So just the number is a 2. So how we are getting this number 2? This number 2 is got from 2 parameter, corner atom and the body atom. So we know about the corner atom, 8 into 1 by 8, 1. And here, in addition to the corner atom, we are discussing the body atom, 1 into 1 by 1. So 1 plus 1, it's became 2. So we are just measured the 3 parameters. As we all know that after measuring these 3 parameter, the next condition is the conclusion. The next parameter gives the conclusion. See, number of atoms per unit cell is 2. Volume is A cube. Volume of one atom is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Then atomic packing factor is measured with these parameters. Atomic packing factor APF is equal to, the formula is total number of atoms per unit cell. Total number of atoms per unit cell is 2. That we have mentioned here, 2. Volume of one atom. Volume of one atom is volume of a sphere. So volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. That we have mentioned here, 4 by 3 pi r cube. Whole divided by volume of the unit cell. Whole divided by volume of the unit cell. So here the unit is cubical medium. So the volume is A cube. So that we have mentioned here. So to solve these above condition, here we are having R square, here we are having A square. So these R square is converted into A square by substituting the radius value. Since we know that R is equal to root 3A by 4. So substituting the value of R in the condition, above condition. So we get APF is equal to 2 into 4 by 3 pi. So instead of R, I am writing the value, radius value, root 3A by 4, the whole cube. Whole divided by A cube. So on further solving this one, I have expanded the term. So 2 into 4 by 3 pi root 3 into A cube divided by 64. Whole divided by A cube. See, root 3 whole cube. So we have just expanded the term, solved the term, simplified the term. Root 3. A, it's A cube divided by 4 whole power 3 is a 64 whole divided by A cube. So then we are just solving the datas. We are solving this A cube getting cancelled. We know that root 3 into root 3 is nothing but 3. So these are 2 roots cancelled with this 3. Then we know that 4, 1, 4, 8. So these conditions, after solving this one, so finally we get APF is equal to pi root 3 by 8. So after solving this condition, after cancelling the term, relevant terms, finally we obtained APF is equal to pi root 3 by 8. So on further solving this one, pi root 3 by 8, we get APF is equal to 0.68. APF is equal to 0.68. So this 0.68 is nothing but 68%. Then you can write the conclusion. In BCC crystal structure, there is only 68% of the atoms are occupied and the remaining 32% is vacant. So this is the conclusion for the VCC crystal structure. So is it clear? And after
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yeah, after completing the parameter, you have to write a result like this. Number of atoms per unit cell is 2. Coordination number Cn is 8. Atomic radius R is equal to √3 A by 4. Atomic packing factor is equal to 68. So here the √3 is just not combining with the A. So here it's by mistake we have just I have shown like √3A, but A is not under root. So R is equal to √3, then A divided by 4. Atomic packing factor is 68% or 68. So these are the way you have to be represented while you are writing your examination. So these are all the terms you have to specify. You have to draw the structure also. You can consider one structure, one relevant structure for the parameter. If you are going to consider body-centered atom, so for the body-centered atom, so for coordination number, you can consider the structure alone. For atomic radius explanation, you can consider the structure alone, the second structure. So this is a way. You have to draw the structure, then you have to write some explanation, and then you have to give the result. So then only we can able to give you the full marks. So by simply writing the definition and by simply giving the final result condition, we are not supposed to give you a full mark. So here crystal structure means you have to draw at least a single structure, relevant structure for that relevant parameter. So then only you can able to get full marks. So this from this VCC crystal structure. So we have completed 2 crystal structure. One is a simple cubic and another one is a body-centered cubic. So I would like to stop up to this. If you have any doubt, you can raise your doubt. So otherwise, we can go for attendance. And I would like to discuss some something relevant to the laboratory also, because here we are having all the branches. So here we are having all 5 branches. So we can discuss some laboratory details also, because we never completed our laboratory examination. So soon we are going to complete our lab examination. So already I have shared on Google Sheet, so that you people submitted. So based on that Google Sheet, I am going to allot you the internal marks for the laboratory. So in addition to that, so you have to write your examination, lab examination. So I have completed 2 experiments and I have given the data for the 2 experiments. Naval Arc student and petroleum students, they are not able to get that data. So they can ask some other branch boys and to get the data. I have just shared the data with EEE mining and food processing technology students, because they are only having the lab hours for this semester. So I have shared the data with these 3 branch students. I request the Naval Arc and the petroleum boys to get the data from the EEE or food processing or mining students, and be prepared for your examination. So during the next lab hours, we are going to consider another one experiment. So probably we are going to have a 4 experiment. For the 4 experiment, I would like to share the data also along with the calculation. So you have to get ready with these 4 experiment with the calculation part. because I hope that May 15, so before May 15, they like to complete all the process. So they are rushing. So anytime they will conduct with the model examination also. So be prepared for your examination, and also be prepared for a lab examination. So that's all from my side. If you have any doubt, if you want to ask anything, you can raise your questions now. Any clarification? Anything you people want to ask? So kindly check your attendance. See, kindly check your attendance. Only 44% here. 44% here. Tribute department. I am seeing that tribute department students are more absent nowadays. I don't know why. Guru Prasad, are you there? Guru Prasad? Karthik Raj?
Yes, sir.
Karthik Raj present. Mohammed Azan? Mohammed Azan? What is happening here? I am seeing that many of the students, those who are now shown as an absent, so they are joining the classes only after 11:20. At last they are joining and they are giving their attendance. See, the class scheduled exactly at 10:30. If you are in a regular class means we have to complete the attendance within few minutes. So when the faculty are entering inside your classroom, initially he take only the attendance. He or she take only the attendance. After completing the attendance only, they will go for the lecture. But here what is happening, I am seeing that many of them are joining only at the last. Around 10:40, sorry, around now the time is 11:15. So you people can see in the chat box. You can just search that in the chat box. Most of the students are joining the classes only after 11:20. So 11:20 to 11:25, around 11:30, we can able to see that the numbers will increase. So don't do like that. Muhammad Azan. Oh, Sabarishwaran? No. Sudarshan? No. Okay. Yokesh? Boys, you can check your attendance. I hope that it's visible for you all.
Yes,
Yeah, just you people check yourself and find and say me if it's any absent. So I think all other are present. So those who are present, for them, those the attendance is correct, they can leave the meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.